A flood tide of filth is engulfing our country in the form of newsstand obscenity. It is threatening to pervert an entire generation of our American children. They constantly portray abnormal sexual behavior as being normal. They glorify unnatural sex acts. You must realize that they are constantly exposed to those who do read this material and who might be triggered into compulsive acts of sex violence. But at this point, my friends, I wish to make it clear that the obscenity I'm talking about and the examples that I'm about to show you were not bought on the sly from under the counter. They were not purchased on Skid Row or on the other side of the tracks. We know that once a person is perverted, it is practically impossible for that person to adjust to normal attitudes in regard to sex.
So you know about this one?
I think so. I think it's like a Lizardman, only a bit more lizard. I know that's not very helpful. And we haven't actually looked at the picture yet.
You're a fan of more than half. You're more of a 3/4 animal one.
Yeah, on that chart.
Ew.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're gross. Sorry. All right, next request is the Salamander.
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 Yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah, good lava girl over here.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Mm-hmm. We should watch that movie. Well, I don't think we've ever watched it together.
Robert Rodriguez's best movie.
Mm-hmm. Dream, you little bleep.
So, yeah, the Salamander.
Yeah, let's look at the picture. It's got a big old bleach sword.
This sword is nowhere near as big as the bleach swords.
It looks like the bleach sword, though.
Yeah, this looks like a Monster Hunter character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at those hands. They're like full-on monster hands.
Oh, nice. That's what I like to see.
Oh, nice. That's what I like to see.
Monster hands.
Yeah, these aren't monster women.
Okay.
And she's got like weird fins instead of ears.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I like it.
I bet you do.
Yeah, you win that bet, because I do. Family, lizard. Type, reptile. Habitat, caves, volcanic regions, etc. Disposition, frank.
Oh, Frank
West. She's covered wars, you know. Strong-willed and passionate. Diet, carnivorous, wild animals, etc. So, what's the over/under on this becoming docile and like a housewife if you
Oh,
book
it's
it?
probably gonna happen. It's probably gonna be like you're gonna knock its sword out of its hand, and it's just gonna be like, well, I guess I'll go wash your pajamas now.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Well, that's just the way it's gotta be, man.
I'm so disappointed. Salamander, a variant of Lizardman with red scales that appears as if it's burning. Burning! They inhabit places with comparatively high temperatures, such as volcanic regions and etc. They have frank and hot-blooded personalities, and they are genuine warriors that seek out battles that burn as hotly as flames. They travel in search of humans that are worthy opponents.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, they have similar traits to the Lizardman, and they don't attack human men, but in the case that a human man is a warrior just like them, they will ignite their fighting spirit, and they'll challenge the man to a bout. When the fight begins, the battle lust swells, and their tail lights a flame, blazing with intensity corresponding to their arousal. Oh, they're like the Yorha robots.
Mm-hmm. Jenny Tartakovsky is a coward for not having an episode of Samurai Jack with these in it.
Actually, yeah. The more they get into the battle they're having with the man, and the longer it drags on, and the more tension there is, the more rapidly the arousal swells and the intensity of their tail flame is strengthened. In most cases, if the battle ends, their arousal subsides, and along with that, the flame of their tail die down in intensity. But regardless of whether or not they won the fight, they'll consider that fight to be the best fight ever. From there, and then their arousal from the battle won't subside no matter how much time passes. Instead, the flame on their tail will also keep burning bigger and more violently the whole time. This is proof that they acknowledge the human man as their most worthy opponent. After finding a worthy opponent as a warrior, they'll feel a joy that can't be topped and experience arousal like they've never felt before. So this is your Virgil.
Does Virgil want to make those things?
Well, they're brothers, so I sure hope not.
It's a little different.
You know, you fight them and they get motivated.
Well, get motivated to fuck you.
Hey, if it works. And then this arousal soon turns into another kind. Just looking at the face of the man who turned out to be a worthy opponent will make their face grow hot, and at the same time they'll feel a new kind of violent throbbing in their chest. Something completely different from battle, unlike anything they felt until then. Then, while retaining their intensity, the flames of combat arousal change into the flames of a monster's carnal lust for a human man, making their body flush hotly. Driven by these emergent feelings of yearning for the man and an urge, they will shout and declare their love for the man on the spot, seeking for him to become their husband and have sex with them. Even if the man refuses, once the flame has flared up, they will never disappear. They'll chase the man to the ends of the earth. Oh my god, I said that as a joke, but it was true. You man, you can't run from me. Eventually, they'll grow so huge and hot that not even themselves can control them. Once that happens, they'll be unable to stand the arousal and desire burning their body. They'll let the monster's female urge that blazes hotly take over, and they'll try to push the man over and forcibly have sex with them. After obtaining a husband, no matter how much time passes, the flame of their love for their husband never disappear. They continue to convey hot words of love to their husband, and before they even think, their hands will be reaching for their husband. If pleased by their husband's words, they'll spontaneously embrace him firmly, and if they see their beloved husband's face, they'll become unable to bear it. They'll kiss so deeply that their tongue is looking inside his mouth. I don't like the description of a tongue looking inside of your mouth.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. You think
it
she's got
conjures-
like a forked tongue?
Yeah,
Like a lizard
absolutely.
tongue?
It conjures up images of them like licking the roof of your mouth, and it makes me uncomfortable.
You don't want her to like lick in between your teeth with her thin little lizard tongue
Boy, that's a bad image.
under your tongue.
No, that's my private place. I'm using that.
She can kind of taste what type of toothpaste to use.
That's gross. And if their body flushes seeking their husband's body, unable to bear it, they'll knock him down and straddle him, wildly shaking their hips.
So this one seems like a much more violent version of the Lizardman.
And it doesn't become docile. This immediately makes it better than like every other one.
Well, I mean, I guess
It
if
gets
that was
more
your answer-
violent. This is the 10.
I guess if that's what your answer, you weirdo.
This is absolutely what I'm into.
But it sounds like not just like it sounds like actually violent. Like it's gonna like hurt you because it's not like I require strong daughters. It's like I'm gonna make you mine.
Insert that audio from Metal Gear Solid here from Grey Wolf.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hurt me more, Snake. Okay. That's about the size of it. Hurt me more, Snake.
Was that supposed to be the end of it? Is
Yeah.
that what you were doing?
What do you think of the Salamander?
Hmm?
What do you think of the Salamander?
To be honest, I'm not a fan of being like
What a-
violently
what a baby.
assaulted by a woman. You know, not really too keen, not really too into that. I know that you kind of like that because you're a little skelly boy and you're like 2 feet tall and like.
Okay.
And you look like a little. You look like a minifigure. Like a Lego.
A Lego?
Like a Lego minifigure, but like a 2 foot tall human. And like.
I got a big old blocky chest and like short little stubby legs. I look like one of those kidlet minifigures. Got like calf sized legs.
Kidlet.
Yeah, a kidlet. I'm a kidlet. Can you imagine going like a toddler being like, damn, you're such a kidlet. 12-year-old's trying to ride a roller coaster and he's not tall enough, and the operator just goes, man, kidlet, soon will they learn. If you're not 3 feet tall, you're not a real kid.
If you can't go on rides by yourself, you're not a real kid.
You're a kidlet. Dumb kidlets.
Kidlet spotted.
These fuming kidlets.
Yeah, I think that bringing it back around. I feel like Salamander would definitely call like a man a manlet and like make fun of him, and then be like, ah, you're my worthy adversary. I'm gonna throw you on the floor and bang your head against the ground.
Which one?
Either one would be painful.
For you?
Yes.
So, what's the rating you give it?
I'm giving it a 0. Episode over. I gotta get the mouse. Okay. I give it a. Okay, for real. I'm sorry. Okay, I give it. You know what? I think I gave like the Lizardman like
You
an
like
8.
the lizard woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I gave the Lizardman like an 8 or a 9, and I like this one
pregnant.
less than that. Huh?
You just like the lizard woman because it wants to get pregnant.
Yeah.
What a farce.
Maybe I prefer the idea of having kids as opposed to like being beaten up every day. That wasn't a frustrated sigh. That was a that was a longing sigh.
Listen, all I want is a monster wife who knows that I want to be lovingly beat up every day, and that's the size of it.
I don't know, because like you could probably just get beat up by somebody every day if you really tried. You don't really have to like wish for it.
I want to be lovingly beat up. That's the size of it. Kidlets, unsubscribe.
All right, this episode is coming to Haram, so I'm gonna give it a 4, and you give it a 8 or 9?
10.
10. Okay, gross, disgusting. If you're one of these ilk, get off the channel. Happy Halloween. Goodbye. Bleh.